Welcome to the Editor's Desk at World Market Media. I'm Steve.
And I'm Tom.
So we've got huge news today. The market was down 150, now it's up 100. And this is a good sign of resiliency, but obviously a very volatile market. The U.S. stocks are on the rise for the first time in 4 days. And with the large volatility, everyone's concerned about the euro. You know, it's hitting domestically for us. And with the last night, the financial regulation being in place, the global distress is reaching China as well. We've got the U.S. and China actually meeting up next week to tighten the divide between the dollar and the yen. Notable participants will be Hillary Clinton and Timothy Geithner, the Treasury Secretary. Tom, how does this volatility in the market, how does that affect the world market media indices?
Well, the world market media indices trade differently, of course, than the major indexes, but there are some notable points that we wanted to make clear to you. I took the highs for the year in our indexes, the nano cap and, of course, the micro cap, and I compared them to the lows. I also compared that to the Dow Jones Industrial Average, the S&P, and the NASDAQ, and compared all those together. So the results came out as the nano cap, our nano cap index is down 7% for the year. The micro cap index is down 20% for the year, and that compares to the Dow being down 9%, S&P 11%, and NASDAQ 12%. It's important to note that the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ are still not hitting their lows for 2010, so they got a little bit more room to go down. And we've got some movers in these markets as well. What's important to really note here is that the traders inside of our indexes are very different from the traders that you may see in the Dow, the NASDAQ, and the S&P 500. Obviously, in our indexes, there's a lot less liquidity. There are much smaller cap stocks. There's not a lot of hedging going on. These traders are looking to get into these stocks and then get out quickly, as compared to the Dow and the NASDAQ, who's got institutional investors and a lot more money and a lot more liquidity tied up into those markets. Some of the movers so far have been in the micro cap. We've got Pacific Ethanol, ticker symbol is PEIX. They're a renewable fuel producer. They're moving today, as well as Tuesday morning, a retailer moving 8%. Cyclist Health Pharmaceuticals, I was just on the earnings call a couple of days ago, in fact, and I wrote an article about how they're moving into their stage 2 clinical trials with their main leukemia treatment product. Now, moving into the nano caps, we've got Strategic Mining Corp moving up 25%, a gold producer. Magagas Corporation, another energy company, moving up 11%.
Excellent.
They've landed their strategic Chinese partner, so they released news on that a couple of days ago. We also did an article on that as well. And Copsync up 10% today as well.
That's great. Copsync, actually stay tuned because we'll definitely have an interview with them. And today we've got GTX Ghost, the ticker symbol for the company GTX Corp. We've got Pat Britannia coming on. They're a great company. They do GPS tracking, and it's a cellular tech company. So definitely stay tuned to World Market Media. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and of course, worldmarketmedia.com.